Okay guys, I wanted to give you a little bit of an update. I just took a whole slew of different brands. So I had my HCG drawn yesterday, and my count was only 8, which is not good, especially since I had been getting positives for 4 days. So the nurse in the IV clinic didn't feel very confident that I'm going to remain pregnant. However, my test lines seem to be getting darker. Some of the test brands that I had taken before that were completely negative day before yesterday or positive today, they actually started showing positive yesterday. So, I believe there's hope onto it, but I just wanted to show you like the difference. Like this is a Blue Cross brand. As you can see, there is a line. Flash always makes things worse. This is just a generic brand. I'm not sure what it is. And this one, obviously, this test strip is very dark. It is darker than it was yesterday by a little bit. I'm disappointed with first response because, as you know, first response is supposed to be the best. But there's like almost no line there. Look at these other tests. Clearly see a much more visible line than what you see on that one. It's just awful. Everybody knows Ozone brand. At least I assume you do. And it's doing okay. And then we got EPT. Very much a visible line. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, flash still ain't good. I wish my lighting was better. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, EPT analog. They still make the pink line test, which is amazing. So, and then you got the easy at home. And there is a line on there, but it's very faint, so they're not as sensitive. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a view on the different lines on these tests. Yeah, clearly the camera doesn't do it great justice, but even from a distance, like this brand and this brand seem to be pretty good, even this one. And I am going to take a clear blue digital right now, so give me a moment. I am going to go ahead and dip that. So I'm going to set the camera down and pause it for a second while I dip it so you don't have to see my urine. Okay, and real quick, I wanted to show you this one. This is a quick view. I went ahead and took the cover off of it. Well, it's just easier to see because it's a pink line and then a blue line. And I've always loved these tests. I thought they were pretty neat. I've always had somewhat of a fascination with how they work. But I can tell you that the day before yesterday, I couldn't really see a line. I can see a very clear pink line on that today, so that's really exciting. Okay, and now I'm going to start the digital test. I just went ahead and took the cup out of frame. I'm going to go ahead and dip it. Definitely 5 full seconds. All right. Let's see what happens. It's supposed to be like a week's estimator type test, which is not really, it's not allowed in the US as of yet. But this is what it looks like. They're actually pretty neat little tests. I think they're kind of cute. But It's like really hard. Can you see on section A there's a really faint line, and that represents, I guess, 1 week. And then when B develops, it means you're 2 weeks pregnant. So I think these are super, super cool. But yeah, so there's that. I'm gonna go back over here. Let's see if we can get another pregnant 1 to 2 weeks, because we did get one yesterday morning. This will give me a pretty good idea if my HCG levels are going up or if they're going down. Because at this point, I'm really uncertain. Like, I really don't know what to think. Especially after talking to the nurse, because she even said, well, we can try again next month. That really did not give me any reassurance that this pregnancy is going to progress, and it made me feel really sad. Like, I have been really down, really heartbroken over just hearing her say that. I'm gonna take a look at these other tests since they were still developing. Looking pretty good. I mean, I love how dark the OSOM test is, but honestly, it takes much longer to get that result because it does not show up within a 3-minute time frame. It's more of a 5-minute time frame where it starts to show a line, and then it just gradually gets darker and darker. You know, they always say also that when you're pregnant, that your ovulation test should show up positive. I did dip one of those a while ago. It's still working through, as you can see, but it is not positive. It is still negative. But I mean, it's elevated. Look at that. Still pregnant, 1 to 2 weeks. Awesome, guys. This is super awesome. In my opinion, my levels are going up because I mean, the test that I took yesterday, here's a test I took yesterday. Okay. And there's a test I just took, and I honestly think it looks a little bit darker. I did sneak one in earlier. It was a longer hold. I held my urine a whole lot longer. And guys, it just looks darker to me. I really think my HCG level is going up. So I don't really care what they say. I'm going to hold on to hope. But my HCG is being repeated again tomorrow morning. So we'll find out what my beta level is. I'm expecting it to be, it should be 16 tomorrow. Like, at least, because it's supposed to double every 2 days. Honestly, if it doesn't, I don't know what to think. Like, I really won't know. I mean, clearly it's going up. So, I mean, if it goes up some, I think that's still a good thing. There's still a chance that the pregnancy is going to hang on. They did tell me yesterday also that I can start taking the progesterone orally instead of vaginally, because I hate taking it vaginally. Because, I mean, if you've ever taken it vaginally, you know it's really icky and just really gross, and I don't like doing it. So since they said that it's okay to go ahead and start doing orally, I went ahead and started doing that this morning. So let's just pray and hope that this baby makes it. I was kind of hoping that both the embryos would take, because I was looking forward to having twins, since this is going to be my last and final pregnancy. But I just don't think that both of them took. With my chart, looking at the implantation dip, and then 3 days later I had another deep implantation dip. I think that the first embryo implanted, and that's why my HCG levels started going up, but then they started going down. And then after I saw this other dip, the levels started going up again. So I honestly think that's really what happened. Was this is the second embryo just implanted later. I have heard some really bad stories about late implantation. Usually the ones that implant late don't make it. There's usually a reason why they're implanting late, and they suggest that it's because the embryo is just chromosomally abnormal, but I'm really hoping that that's not the case because I am looking forward to finally being a mom again. So look at this. One last view, guys. It's such a beautiful sight in it. Look at that. And then the longer this one's set, the darker that line got too. So that's really cool. Trying to figure out which one's the worst, like the faintest line. Originally I thought it was going to be like the first response. It's really kind of between this one and the first response, I think. Sorry about that hair. I don't know where that came from. Gosh, it's so super faint, but like I can see that one's so much better. That one's definitely like super obvious. Put it more on a white background. But those seem to really win because they're super, super dark. Very impressed. And I'm really curious if you guys are interested in these because I can go ahead and work on like getting more of these. See if I can get into focus. Because I think these are super cool. Oh, goodness. Yeah, these are super cool. And maybe I saw a hint of a bee there for a moment, which would be super exciting because, well, I'm not supposed to have a bee as of yet, I wouldn't think. But we'll see. I'll definitely update you guys again tomorrow and find out when I find out what my beta level is. But they're not expecting to call me until like around 2, so I literally have to go all day before I can find out, which is going to be really hard. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you later.